a free speech platform in 2025 is just impossible. We will never get the 2016 era internet. Like, no matter what you do, like even if you start your own platform, you're physically incapable of having it for free speech if it gets past a certain number. So like if your platform has hundreds of millions of people, there is absolutely no way that you can have an unmoderated platform like Twitter in the current era. And so, you know,
Um, yeah. So, in in general, yes, that would be the case, and I'm kind of compelled. There we go. I'm kind of compelled to like do a video response because one, I'm bored, and plus I'm passionate about this, I guess. So if you if what most people know about how about Twitter, social media, Facebook, websites even, and yeah, the whole shebang basically, even with what's it called, Odyssey and BitChute, and what's the other one called that was launched a while ago? There's Gab, there's what's it called, the political one, I forgot what, like, so Twitter but for political things. Anyway, the point is, because most people have experienced these platforms, and most likely, as we mentioned, it's people will get censored. So even with Twitter, people are still getting censored, obviously, regarding either they have wrong thing, or they've been like banned because of legal requests, and so on and so forth. And if like that's what yeah, it's basically safe to reach the conclusion that we can't have free speech anymore. Let's go with like online platforms. And what I'm trying to get at here is we will, and we already have actually free speech platforms, but they're not popular, popular enough yet anyway, at least. And what I'm trying to get at is, let's say let's go through the process. If I make a platform right now like Twitter, and I say it's the free speech platform, and I actually mean it, like I just made the service, and I don't even have tools to delete accounts or delete posts as like an administrator. At some point, after it reaches a certain number of like users using it, I won't like basically the government of wherever I am will tell me, okay, like this is bad, like delete the account, delete the post, censor the person basically. And well, I have to comply, because if I don't, the company gets shut down, and maybe I will be jailed as the creator of the platform, or as the owner, not necessarily creator. And in terms of other countries, if I don't listen to their demands, then they're just gonna block the app or website of my platform, basically. So that's let's say, the limit or the ceiling of free speech. However, I'm coming here with a positive news. Yeah, let's go with that. Positive news. That it's been news for a while, but just in the context of like this video as a response video, there's something called Nostr. It's a new piece of technology, and you actually can post whatever you want on there, where nobody, like literally nobody, is able to delete your account. Well, unless you lose your account, because it's basically a responsibility of the individual how this all works. And you can post whatever you want without anybody's permission. And if let's say I make an app, and I did, but for the context of this video, let's say I make an app like Twitter, and using this new technology, someone can come in, post whatever they want, and if let's say wherever I am at the moment, the government comes in and tells me to delete that post and delete that account, my response with them, if I can, I would, but I can't. The best I can do is hide the post, mark it, maybe even block it, but that's about it. The post will still exist, and if you're wondering how does it still exist, because of this new technology, somebody else made a website, made an app, etc., that's using the same infrastructure and is connected to the same databases, so that even if I do hide it on my end and block it and mark it, etc., as I mentioned, the same affected user and the affected users that want to view that content can go to that different app and or website and view that same piece of content that I've moderated. Can be these people will be able to view it there, the same one. It's not like a manual labor that the creator has done. It's there, and they'd be able to view it and interact with it, comment with it, reply with it, etc., etc. And so that's one scenario. The other scenario is depending on how I made my app. People can simply download my app, the app like as a project, not as an app, or download the website project, remove my moderation credentials, and then simply browse the built app after that, or browse the website that after that action has been done, and there's no moderation anymore. And I can people using my same app or website after they modified it, they are now able to see the supposedly moderated piece of content or user and still interact with it and with the person. So and let's say another country blocks my website, then the same solutions apply as I mentioned, where the user can either go to a different website that's not blocked, or use another app that's also not blocked, and so on and so forth, or download the project and run the project locally on their PC that connects to the different databases, independent databases across the globe. So it's not like I'm dissing on this video or something. I'm just informing people and informing the video and anyone watching that yes, there is actual no limits free speech, like in 2016, and even stronger now, and people using it is growing slowly but surely. And if you don't necessarily, in the current state of things, if you don't necessarily care about having the same, let's say, community or number of users on a platform like Twitter, the millions and millions of users, but rather you want the ability to share your thoughts, opinions, or whatever without actually worrying about being censored by, like, for example, for me as the owner of the platform, let's say, or the creator of the platform, and your content censored, yeah, you don't have to worry about that anymore. And if that's your desire, then you will be able to use or benefit from such things. If I want to provide an example as well, like an actual real example, I'm one of these creators that made such a platform. I'm still working on it, and I'm building a lot more other stuff. Where it's related to game mods, and you can post whatever game mod you want. So if Nexus Mods censors it, or for example, that mod is gone or that account is gone, but on my end, me as the actual owner of this new site I just mentioned, DEG Mods, or rather DEG Mods, I actually cannot, even though I am the creator of it and I am the owner of DEG Mods, I cannot delete an account, and I cannot properly delete a mod post. And I actually have, and on that same DEG Mods site, there is something like a Twitter version, where like a social media thing basically, and yeah, so something like Twitter is possible with pretty even higher freedom of speech than what was found in the 2000s, early 2000s to 2015, 14, 16, and with actual no worry about censorship from my end. And yeah, that's basically it. So like, is now and the future extremely dark? Yes. However, is now and the future extremely bright? Yes. I'm like, for me, I'm happy for this technology to exist, and that technology being the Nostr, Nostr. That's the underlying infrastructure I'm using for like my site and for other developers and their apps and sites, and that provides the people with such freedoms. And eventually, even if it reaches the hundreds of millions of users using it, so in the scenario where in this video we mentioned the law or countries or the world won't allow it to happen, no, it'll still remain with its free speech, where if they actually want to censor somebody, like actually censor somebody, I wouldn't be able to do it. Any other creator or owners running the same infrastructure won't be able to do it. What they actually need to do to censor somebody is literally go to their house and basically threaten them to delete the post or hand over their account, etc., etc. So basically doing one by one extremely high effort censorship. Yeah. So for me, I would comply to the best of my ability, but and that would be it. I would comply legally with the best of my ability, but my effectiveness, because of this infrastructure, is not as effective regarding censorship as something like a traditional site or social media like Twitter, Facebook, etc. And yeah, so just be informed that a platform with such high and even higher freedom of speech is available, and by platform I mean multiple platforms, and growing by the week, by the day even, and more users will, as the protocol gets more cleaned up, refined, bugs squashed, better products gets released, and even better products than current products, so on and so forth, and more people get educated on it, we will have, well, we already do, but more people will start having proper freedom of speech. and in a sense freedom of association as well, and the freedom to have privacy, because that's also a thing, encryption and all of that. That's also there. So yeah, don't worry about the doom and gloom about not having proper free speech. It's there, and it's getting better by the day. All right, thanks for watching. See ya. Where's the button?